about a year ago, my son Isaac and my wife and I sat down one evening and discussed an option of sending him away to summer camp or not for a week. We really wanted him to go. Thought it'd be very beneficial for him, kind of long term. But Isaac wasn't too hot on going. Wanted to stay home and have some chill time, and he was particularly interested in working on a potential video project that a friend had. So emotions were starting to rise on whether he would go or not, and so I thought, well, let's sit down and we'll draw out a decision tree. I thought, in doing so, that it would be so clear and obvious that his parents were quite rational in making the right decision that maybe Isaac would then buy into it. So we sat down and we drew up the decision tree, and we included uncertainties about whether the video project would work out or not, and how that would impact his life, and included uncertainties about the summer camp and how good that week would be or not. And then we got to the point where we were talking about what criteria we would evaluate each of the endpoints against. And we fairly quickly agreed on a criteria set. And that was good. That was good to talk that through. That was very powerful. But the really powerful moment came as we started to evaluate each of the criteria. And I realized that in evaluating it, I had a very kind of long-term time horizon, several years down the road. And Isaac was looking at it with a very kind of immediate time horizon, that week, that summer. What was it? How was it going to pan out? And that was powerful to me. As a parent, I was able to step back and say, wow, Isaac, I absolutely see where you're coming from. Given your time horizon, I agree with the answers that you're putting in, and I agree with the trade-off. I would make the decision you're making. However, I have a different time horizon, and it leads me to this conclusion. And that was really powerful for me. It really pulled my emotions out of the situation, or pulled me away from my emotions, I guess. And Isaac, I think, was powerful for him too, because he was able to see that he was being heard, he was being listened to, he was validated. His feelings were out there, and his parents agreed with him to some extent. I think he could also see that his parents weren't trying to be controlling or force him down one road or the other. They just had a different time horizon. It was so powerful that my wife and I, as we kind of talked about it, we felt like, he understands the context very well, very clearly. And we could see that he did, it was all there on paper. And so we felt like this should be his decision. And so he made it totally on his own. I think very aware of what he was getting into. And I don't think we would have been in that place had it not been for decision analysis and some of these tools and things that were provided. It allowed us, the three of us, to detach emotionally from the situation, to communicate clearly, and then to I guess, feel confident about the decision being made.